Hello everyone. So today we are going to learn features of Indian Constitution. So we are going to see some unique features of our Constitution, Indian Constitution. So here we will be discussing three main important features of our Constitution: federalism, parliamentary form of government, and separation of power. So first start with federalism. Federalism. So what is federalism? Federalism suggests that we have more than one level of government. So what is mean by more than one level of government? Though India is a country, it has many states. It has 20, as of now, it has 28 states and 9 union territories. So you have to understand that in India, one has central government, another has state government, another third tier is panchayati raj, but we are not discussing here. The main two form of government and level of government is central and state government. So in our constitution, powers are shared between state and central government. So it is not like center is more powerful and state is less powerful. They have their own roles. Our constitution has given certain powers to only to states, like foreign affairs, one example. You have to understand this. And in state government, it has given to agriculture, for agriculture, and both have been given shared or concurrent power in education. So you have to understand that in our constitution we have one more than one level of government. Means in center we have a government, another in each state we have a government. So you have to understand, and powers are shared between centers and states, and they draw their authority from directly from constitution. So that is what federalism means. And another is parliamentary. Second was is parliamentary form of government. What is mean by parliamentary form of government? That in parliamentary form of government, India has parliamentary form of government. It suggests that we directly choose our representatives by voting and send them into parliaments and state legislators. So you saw that in federalism powers are shared between central and state, and another is third tier, but that is panchayat. But here main two is mainly central and state. So in parliamentary form of government, we have it happens that we directly, as per adult franchise, more than 18 years age citizen have been given voting powers without any discrimination. So they directly choose their representatives. So they directly choose their representatives like MP, MLA. They choose them directly and send them into legislature and parliament. Okay. Even in Rajya Sabha, where we don't choose them directly, but MPs and MLAs directly choose them, and they are chosen by us indirectly. So you have to understand that we send them into power, we give them power, and they make laws for us in democratic democratic features. It is unique feature of democratic country that here we have parliamentary form of government where we select the people for us and they make laws for us. And last one is separation of power. Separation of power. Separation of power. So here you have to understand that in Indian constitution there are three organs. There are three organs. Constitution has made three organs. They are legislators, executive, and judiciary. So what happens is they have separation of power. Legislators make laws that we send them in parliament, and state legislator they may under their jurisdiction as per the power given on the central and state government. They make laws in foreign affairs. Only central governments can make laws or can rule. So in parliament, if any law is made on that, then it is considered to be part of the central government's agenda. It has been given in federalism that which one will be under state government and under central government. So separation of power is given in legislature. They make laws. Our direct representatives make laws in legislature. Executor implement those laws. It is basically form of bureaucracy where they implement the laws, and starts with prime minister, chief minister. They implement them, and bureaucracy, IAS, IPS, they implement all the laws. And in judiciary, what happens is they check powers. They check powers among all the organs. So legislature, executive, and judiciary. In judiciary checks power of all the three organs. Even in judiciary checks powers. Basically what happens in legislature also check power in executive check powers in judiciary check powers in legislative. So they have separation of power, and they have check and balance system. So we have separation of power also. So the Indian constitution has three unique features. It has federalism, parliamentary form of government, and separation of power. So we saw that in federalism, central and state government have been given power as per their authority, and they get their power from constitution. Concurrent list also given where both have powers, and some unique powers have been given to central and state. Parliamentary form where we choose our representatives for state legislatures and parliament. Separation of power, as we said that there are three organs in our constitution: legislature, executive, and judiciary. So this was it for today, and if you have any doubt, you comment me.